Well, hey, folks, and we are back here on social media to bring you expert advice so you can have a better business and a better life. And I am here today with the amazing Sal Daina, and we are going to talk to you about 3 Ds about how to magnetize and monetize your clients online. So if you are an entrepreneur and you are ready to up-level your personal brand, magnetize your clients and make more money by showing up online in an amazing way, then you are in the right place. Listen in as we talk together today about how you can build media assets with your personal brand and signature style so you can take the leading role of your business and your life. Welcome, Sal. I'm so excited to have you on the show today.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, coming in from Australia with you in Mexico. I think this global world of internet is incredible. And thank you so much for bringing me into the community that you share your wisdom with amazingly. And I think it's such a great dovetail, right? Write a book and then how do you get it marketing out there? Using video is like the number one way to reach a broad audience today online. So one of the things that I know to be true about creating videos with my kind of 20 plus years experience as a film and video producer is that you have to have the vision really clear and know who it is that you're talking to. And so you've done all that work with Kimberly, no doubt, around creating a book and who's going to read it and what they're working with. So you've got all this really rich material. And then what you want to do with your videos is have that being congruent. You want it to match what you're offering to the world to be here in this frame. And so to start to think of this as your own personal storytelling frame. And so the 3 keys like to really think about to kind of magnetize people to your message are that we have 3 seconds. We have 3 seconds to catch people's attention and then they just move on. It's such a fast-paced world that we live in. And so visually what we're looking for is what we like and what we don't like. And so knowing our audience is out there looking for something, that's why people are online. They're either searching for connection, for a product, for a service, for something to do. And so what it is that they want and why becomes a really important element of video. If you've written a book, you already know those parts. And so then you think about authentically, what parts of you can you bring to this frame? And so the key, number one key when making a video is to not think about yourself in a way, but think about how other people see you. It's often the thing that stops people from going on video is that they're worried about what other people will think of them. They're worried that who will care what I've got to say? What does it matter? I'm not an expert, or I can't handle rejection, or I don't want people to judge me. But actually, if you flip that and walk into it and say, if people are judging me and what are they seeing? What are they seeing? And start to look at your frame, really like, what are they seeing? And they're seeing here in this frame with me, you're seeing my hands, you're seeing my mouth move, and no doubt you're seeing my big pink background and my glasses. And if I do that, you're going to see the googly of the ring light. So I'm aware of everything that's in the frame, and so are you, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, and so are your clients. So you want to magnetize them with your authenticity. Ultimately, your authenticity comes from your story. And so who are you and who are they looking for become the part of the frame that you want to fill up. Now, in the challenge, I start to break down all the elements that you can up level and really, really get a magnetic frame for yourself. But the very, very basic is clear the clutter. You don't have the clutter.
Yeah. And I appreciate that, Sal. And we haven't talked about the challenge yet, but we will in a moment, you guys. So Sal's got some really amazing training coming up. So we're a little ahead of ourselves there, but I love that, right? How people see you frame. You don't want to be like 8 miles back where they see just like a little speck of you. You want to be front and center so that people see you and they can see your expressions in your face as if you were meeting somebody live and in person is almost the way I like to look at it, right? I like to look in the camera. I like to be connecting to the people in my audience. So I love the way you just do this so brilliantly, right? It's like your beautiful face right there, front and center in the frame.
So it's an interesting thing, right? So I really love what you say. You don't want to be back here. You definitely don't. You can see like this already. Who's that person? When Kimmel and I are like that, it's like, what? You just scroll on past. Hey, Tina's saying hello in the chat. Hey, Tina. Great to have you. See you here. So just to build on what Kimberly was saying.
Tina.
I want to direct your eye to Kimberly, to the beautiful framing she's got in the background. Things, if it's busy in the background, just make sure that whatever in the background is going to your eyes. And you always want to have your eyes in the top third. So the screen can be divided into 3, and you keep your eyes always in the top third. Just like your face, our eyes are in the top third of our face. They need to be in the top third of the screen. So instead of feeling frightened, start to say, I'm going to see how others are seeing me. And own the frame. That's a magnetic force when you're confident. Confidence is the most magnetic thing to have on screen ever.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's such a great tip. Eyes on the third of your head, eyes in the top third of the screen. So easy to remember. Thanks.
Really simple. And then you want to be about an arm's length away from the lens. So the lens is like the little dot you see. If you've only got this, your camera, it's here. And so you just hold it out in front of you, like one arm. This is a tricky frame in StreamYard for me to show you, but you hold it out at arm's length, right? So like that. And so always in the screen, you don't want to be this front. Here's what's so weird about being on video, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
I got it. Right? An arm's length.
Yeah.
And in my case, it was actually pretty close to an arm's length. I just put it out right to my laptop camera. So yeah. So whether it's whether you're using a laptop or whether you're using your iPhone or a camera and a tripod, about an arm's length to the camera should put you nicely in the frame.
Yeah, you got
Another awesome tip. I love it.
Really simple. And then always just lots of light behind the camera, behind the lens, behind the video, whatever is, wherever you would. And this doesn't matter if you're on an iPhone, a smartphone, a laptop, a webcam. It really doesn't matter. You just always want the light behind you so it fully shines onto your face, whether that's a window, a ring light, a desk lamp. It really doesn't matter. Just some light. Because if we take it down, you can see straight away what will happen. That's a big difference.
Yeah, that's so, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely 100%. Now I have like a little light and I'm traveling. So my light source is a little bit harder. So, which is funny, right, Sal, because we've talked about this. It's how do you balance what's in the back of you with where your light source is? Because my preferred light source is in front of a window, which is that way. But then the background isn't great. So I'm always like, when I get into a brand new space, trying to figure out what makes the best background, but also how am I going to make sure that my beautiful face is lit up? So these are things that you, if you're watching, need to think about too, right? What's in the background, where your face and your head is in position to the camera and the frame, and where is the lighting so that your face is lit up and people can see you. Because that's
exactly right. You got it. And I think as entrepreneurs, often they are actually traveling around, and we do need to know. But I'm going to show you too, like even on your smartphone now, you'll usually have like some light source, like a torch. What do you call it? A flashlight in America, I think. So you can
Siri still calls it a torch too.
Really? So there's a way that you can even use that behind your camera a little bit. If you've got nothing, you want something more, and then you got to move it around. See how I can got light on my face? That's just my camera.
I'm gonna try it too. Hey Siri, turn on the torch. Hey Siri.
Hey Siri. Oh no, mine's on.
Turn on the torch.
And then you can
Wait, there went on.
And then put it.
I would just position it in front of me.
Or like to the side.
Or on this side too.
Just to the side a bit. It's better than nothing is what I'm saying. So if you're at night and you're traveling and someone offers to give you an interview or you need to speak to a client, you just find a little bit. And, when you're starting out as an entrepreneur.
And don't be doing all this while you're on camera like I am, like with your arms all over the place. But I love that we're kind of doing a live demo, right, Sal? It's like, how do you help people get set up? There we go. So now I've got even a little bit more light. Oh my God. I love this.
Yeah.
I've already got some
So
more
there
likes.
really
Yay.
is like
Another awesome tip.
no,
Sweet.
right. There's no excuse to not be on video. You know, it's better to be a professional beginner than an amateur. And these three little keys help up level you with your video. No one's going to expect you to be, a filmmaker, to be, a movie star. That's not what we're about. But what we do want to be able to do is just see you. We definitely want to be able to see you, and we want to be able to relate to you in some way as yourself.
Yeah.
And confidence is that number one thing. So that's what I suggest. Lighting shows your face, having a deep distance, and remembering too, Kimberly said about how are you when you meet people in person. But actually, one of the secret hacks about going on video is you need to be bigger. And what people do actually is they recede a bit. They don't want to be full of themselves. Women, especially, really hard on ourselves. If a woman is out there being confident and bold, she's full of herself. Often a man, though, oh, he's confident and strong. And as we get, more mature or older or age, I'm really proud of aging and being a 52-year-old woman who's starting to go silver in my hair. I'm proud of that. The culture I come from really respect elders. But the reality is there's not a lot of visuals of people like us out there. So no matter what age you are, you want to start to change the way that the world is seeing who we are, and that there is a big range of unique people and voices. And that's what people really want. They want to know that they fit in and belong with your world.
Right. Yeah. So if you're just tuning Yeah. Be big, be bold, be brave, and stand up and stand out online and magnetize your clients. I love it. And so if you're just tuning in right now for the first time, Sal and I were talking about this tip about thinking about how people see you in the frame, which is all part of this bigger conversation we're having about how to magnetize and monetize your clients online. So Sal, I love the 3 tips about, which is 3 extra tips, right? We were going to talk about 3 tips, but really there are 3 tips within this
within
one
3 tips.
Context, which is fabulous, right? It's from the camera, making sure you've got great lighting, making sure you declutter your background, and having that confidence. It's okay to be bold, be brave, and stand out. But I know that you've got so many more tips. So why don't you take a minute to share with us this free training that you have coming up? If somebody wants to take a deeper dive and learn even more tips about how to really rock your video and magnetize and monetize your clients online. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I've got a 5-day, it's a challenge. And the challenge is that people show up and actually, like we just did then, in the frame, do it with me, test yourself out, get confidence in a private group. So there's a Zoom link that you can come in and be in the room. And there's many people registered from all over the world already. And it only gets really broadcast the parts where I'm training to the public. But in private, if you register, afterwards we practice together and you get a little bit of one-on-one coaching every single day. And then that leads into everyone who shows up every day, gets engaged, tries something new, posts it in the group. There's a prize. And what that's about is giving your body the memory of you're doing it. You're changing how you feel about going live. You're letting other people see you in a safe space, which is really important about getting visible, women being visible. We do have shame come up. And so I talk about the mindset around that, about only sharing what you can feel comfortable with. And also, what are the tips and tricks, right? Like, if 20 years of being in the movies, if you think that an actor walks on stage, or if you think that anybody gets on a television show and they haven't sat for an hour in a makeup chair, they have. And even if you don't like makeup, the lighting and the way the camera is, it needs to see you. And so it's that thing of amplifying. And so we talk about how do you amplify your magnetism in order to monetize. So that's the 5 days across the 5 days. Each day I pull back the curtain on another secret of a filmmaker. And so you get to try it yourself. So going from the madly professional big screen down to what can we do in this little screen to have learned all those things.
I love that. Peeling back the secrets. And in fact, that would be a great title, The Secrets of a Filmmaker, because you really, truly, having lived that life, know what people need to do to stand up and stand out online. So Sal, I thank you so much for being here, whether you are watching us live right now or whether you are on the replay. Know that we are going to drop the registration link into the comments wherever you're watching. So if you're tuning in on Facebook, if you're tuning in on LinkedIn, if you are tuning in on YouTube, there is a link for you in the comments below. Please come and join us on this 5 days of how to magnetize and monetize clients online. It's a free day video training series that you can come to and join in, learn how to be part of the people standing out in the newsfeed, stopping that scroll, and magnetizing your clients. So Sal, thank 100%. You so much for joining me today. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to learn even more tips from you.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day. Go shine, be visible, get clients.
I love it. And until next time, folks, stay safe, stay strong, and stay positive.